Stillwater, a year ago leading up to the Cowboys game with Arkansas in Stillwater on January 28. The Cowboys were 12-8, still at a crossroads and just 2 wins removed from a 6-game losing streak to start Big 12 play. It was a time where if you were walking down Knob Block from Campus Corner about the time you reached Elm Street, not far from Eskimo Joe's, you could start hearing Oklahoma State men's basketball practice. It didn't matter if they were in the auxiliary gym or on Eddie Sutton floor. You could hear the pipes of then head coach Brad Underwood. Many times you would want to make sure there were no women and children in sight or earshot. These days no such problem. There is no threat of a well-intended cuss word cracking the campus sound barrier. Underwood is gone to Illinois and Mike Boynton is the coach. The situation as Boynton leads the Pokes over to play the Porkers in Arkansas on Saturday is similar. Boynton's Cowboys are 13-7 and at a crossroads. There has been no 6-game losing streak, but the Cowboys are in the midst of a 5-game, 4 in the Big 12, losing streak on the road. That was enough to get Underwood's pipes good and warmed up, along with some salty words to go with the volume. Boynton coaching in practice. Photo, Robert Allen, 247 Sports. That doesn't happen this season. Players call Boynton Coach Mike, and it is a kinder, gentler coaching manner that goes on in practice. The assistants can get some volume up, but not anything like the past. Scott Sutton's stare is no match for a good Eddie Sutton glare. It's kind of night and day, I would say, because Coach Mikey really is not much of a yeller, agreed senior Jeffrey Carroll of the decibel level at practices. 2 great coaches and like 2 really good styles, I thought. Carroll gets the slam dunk late in the game against Iowa State. Photo, Rob Ferguson, USA Today Sports. Nice politically correct statement there by Carroll. I remember when 10 members of the media sat down with Boynton the day after his hiring was first announced. It was a Saturday morning, still before his introductory press conference on Monday. It was just a conversation. There were reporters but no cameras. A get-to-know-each-other session, and one thing Boynton let us know early was his mantra may be defense, effort, and discipline, but the manner in which he promoted and demanded it was not nearly as loud or, sometimes, profane. You know, I said this before, I've been a leader on every single team that I've ever been a part of, and I've rarely been the best player on that team I played for. Boynton said this afternoon in Gallagher-Iba before the Cowboys practice to prepare for Arkansas on Saturday in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. I've been a leader on every staff that I've ever worked for, and I've been a vocal person, and I've always developed good relationships. I've never had an issue getting people to respond, but I've never felt the need to demean or degrade or make it personal. I'm not saying that is how it was, but I know when it is loud and demonstrative some people can take it that way. I've always found a way to make it more understanding. Boynton has to coach his way and his style. To be honest, it was a good fit because a team that had so many coaching changes, 3 in 3 seasons, probably didn't need a lot of volume and attitude, but instead, more understanding. That is a credit to these kids that none of them except for Michael, Weathers, and Kendall Smith, who I recruited really late in the process, really asked for Cam, McGriff, and Mitchell, Solomon, and Tavarius, shine. Especially, 3 coaches in a short amount of time for our sophomores and 2 for our freshmen, and for them to respond to me the way that they have says a lot about them, and that they have some respect and they know that I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Having the opportunity to be around them and develop relationships allows them to know that I am doing things a certain way so that we can have success. Now, sometimes a point has to get across, quickly, clearly, and with the idea that it is going to be that way or there will be some issues. Boynton may not yell and scream, he doesn't cuss, but he can get his point across. The Cowboys staff looks on during the recent Bedlam win. Photo, Pat Kinnison, 247 Sports. Oh no, he does get his point across, confirmed